Okay, yay. Awesome. Okay, I think we're live on Facebook. Let me just double check because you know how things are with techno. Oh, it is coming up. Okay, good. There we go.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So we are live with Aline Brown, my good friend, and we have been, I guess, on a journey together for over 5 years. It's been a while, and we're here to talk about and to celebrate 5 years of the Soul Adventure game. And I'll just, for anyone that doesn't know, this is the Soul Adventure game, and this is real. It's a game, but really it's a soul care, self-care daily practice, or it doesn't have to be daily, but if you're just starting, I definitely recommend daily. And this is a way to focus inward. And Aline, I wanted to bring you on today because you are one of my certified Soul Adventure Guide facilitators, and you've been with me right from the beginning. And I wanted to just get your shares of how this game has supported you. You've transitioned hugely in your life from when we first met to now, which we all have. And, I know this game is one of many things that have supported you and helped you. So wanted to just get you to share on what has, maybe the key points of how, why you're still using it, why you're still playing it too.
Definitely. Thank you, Lori. Thanks for inviting me. Yeah. I want to start off by saying when I met Lori, there was some really big things going on. And she did self radical coaching. So I said, she is onto something huge, because I shifted in some areas that I'd been holding on to. So when Lori was developing the game, it was a beta. And I saw the differences that were happening. And what I recognized was this game was fun. It wasn't heavy, and I get to play with words and sit quietly with myself and reflect. And what I recognized that 2 years before plant closure, I was prepared for many things that I went through with my own emotional healing, and I was able to reflect. And I wasn't in that place that I was when we had first met. However, this 5-year period, Lori contacted me last week to say, it's been 5 years, and I've been on this amazing journey as a soul adventure guide, and being able to have a process where you can reflect with figuring out some of your own inner processes. And it took me back home to that inner me, because life is so noisy outside, and it helped me hear my intuition and hear the things that I was denying within myself. So it prompted me to pay attention to what's going on within. And then next thing you know, that I recognized it was my morning prompts to help me be in an energy of what I prefer to be and reflect on where I was. So when I look back on the 5 years, I've noticed the transitions that I've gone through. And, I've done a lot of trainings all at the same time. And this game has been part of my inner work that has helped me hone my intuition skills. It's helped me guide myself. Yes. And, then it led me to many other things that I was doing at the same time, and helped me be in my own awareness and alignment, so I could make conscious choices of what I prefer to do than what was going on all around me. So it also led me to up my game on other coaching that I was involved with. And I became a Love Your Vibe Miracle Mindset mentor. So this has this game's been foundational on my next level step. So I actually see all the training that I've done for 5 years is my time to shine on this. It's like a secret. This game is like very transformational on a very root level. So for me, help me guide myself and redirect myself from all the things that were going on outside of me that wanted my attention, which I would go with all these tools to maybe fix or be a part of or active, as an activist, but help me come home to myself, to that true inner me that was always there, caring, and help me to hone in on my priority of being clear with myself. So my inner self. So thank you. I appreciate the question.
Thanks for sharing. That was a lot, like you've really come so far. And, just what really caught my ear was the self-guidance. And, just as the caring, compassionate, people-pleasing type of people that, we were and still are, but now from a way that we are self-guided. We are not looking outside of ourselves for the love and the attention. We've learned how to give it to ourselves because we've become inner focused and self-guided. And, the only way you can really do that is if you have a daily practice, right? Definitely. Yeah, and that daily practice, it has to be enjoyable, because otherwise you're not going to do it, right? How many times have we said, I'm going to do this because it's good for me. But if that was one of the bigger reasons why I created it, because I wanted it to be, I knew it was mainly for women, but there's definitely men and others that are playing it as well. But I knew women, we're very busy. We have, we're working, we have families, we have friends, we have, other, like things that are important to us that we're putting our attention on, and we're taking time for ourselves. And to be able to shift into being, like putting ourselves first so that we can be our best self and our true real self for everyone else and for us, we have to self-guide. And we are not taught to self-guide. The world doesn't teach you that. It teaches you to look outside yourself for your answers and for your direction. And there's nothing wrong with looking out for some ideas, but in the end, we have to make the decision. And when we're making decisions coming from what other people say is the best thing to do, it's not necessarily the best decision for us. So, I love that you were talking about the self-guidance, because I think that's so important.
Absolutely. I totally understand what you're saying. I feel like I've been through the processes of unlearning with love and seeing myself from this compassionate, beautiful place. And as I am so compassionate with this love for myself that had pattern interrupted a lot of absolutely patterns that that we create along the way, sometimes to do with trauma and harm, and then you recognize the trauma and harm in others, so you want them to not feel things that we've put on shelves. So it helped me to reconstruct from a place of non-judgment. And when the non-judgment happens within, then it's hard to look. Well, it's easy to look from love at others when they are in their struggles. And truly, we're blessed with holding space with love in sometimes areas that most times we don't have control. We have influence. And the greatest influence that we have is the one that we can self-direct ourselves to be in that lane of not fixing, coaching, all the things that take us out of that inner alignment. But we are in all of the places at the same time. So it's a place for me in the morning where I recognized I could come up with intuitive, inspired actions that helped me little bit here, little bit there. And then it got me on a path. It was like little popcorn pieces that I had a lot of experimenting to process with. And I go, hey, that worked. Hey, that was interesting. Oh, becoming a more of an observer. And I took my hands off the wheel, off a lot of things, and put it on my inner guidance and my compass, because my compass of my intuition, it already knew what to do. So, and when I made it fun and got in this flow energy of like I was a doer. I don't even know how I did the things that I did, but I recognized there was a pattern of doing, and now I can do, but I can be in that energy, that space, that I can be in this creative space quick. I can be in this intuitive place quick, only because I practice getting in touch with myself. And the game is fun. It can be applied to like anything in a fun kind of way. It's not like some culty thing. You're going to have to do this, that, and the other, but it's an inner recognition of your own inner reality that doesn't need fixing. And it doesn't mean you're going to go out and fix anything else. It's like helping to reshape what's always been there. It just but discover inner preferences. And, that led me to be open to lots of opportunity, but not all opportunities are for me. They are, I get to be with my intuition and say, hey, like, I'm guided for my best conscious choices, because I was running on patterns of doing everything all over the place. And I got to come home and reflect, especially from the last 3 years of a plant shutdown. So I've shifted from a lot of defending and advocating and that to coming home to myself and what can I create, or look what I've created, and how do I prefer my life to be? And when I align with me, things show up, and people's energy, they don't have to be hard with me because they see I've softened in my positions. So things kind of magically shift because my level of awareness has honed in on what I can create, not, oh, that's happening and I got to go here, I got to go there. That's happening, I got to go here, go there. I can go to, I can have fun and just say like, okay, this game's fun. I can get in my own lane quick, and then I can come up with a light inspired action. It might only be like one thing, breath, or it comes up like like I'll look back, like yesterday was April 11th, 2020, see creation unfolding in my beliefs. Like, where did that come from? Like, this is so powerful. Like, opportunity to not think, oh, it's the same old, that's going to be heavy. Well, no, I let things be easy. I flip the script from letting it be hard to, okay, how is this working for me in my favor? And I stuck with it, and it may not make sense, but somehow I have the answers come, and they come in a creative way. And I recognize I'm a creator through playing fun. That was what I loved to do as a kid. Let's go play. Let's go hang out with the nature. And I recognize now I am nature, and nature's looking at me as I'm looking at it. And I don't need to look for problems, because problems are gifts, right? Like we get to transform in our own unique way. And that's why I love to use the game and work with processes and tools that I know help change these old patterns that were because we had a lot of trauma and we developed new ways, old ways of doing the same way over and over and getting the same result. That doesn't feel nourishing, like creating, having fun and being. So to me, the game lit me up to, and it opened up all kinds of potentials and possibilities for me to go to the next level of being able to serve. So,
thank you. So we are pretty much out of time, Aline. I love everything you say, so much gold, and you know, I just want to say you a couple things, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Is that you said we make it our own, and I think that's really important, because we're not all the same. Although we are all one in the highest form, we are not all the same. And that's why the game is called Soul Adventure, because it is an adventure of our soul. Journey to the real me. It's a journey to connect with who you truly are and remember who we are at the core, and discover, like you said, discovering our preferences. And it doesn't have to make sense. It actually doesn't make sense, because that's the logical mind. It's the right brain. It's the creation. It's the connecting with that higher version, our higher self, and it's coming through us. So when you get these things that you wrote and you're like, where did that come from? You know, that's us channeling the highest form of who we are. So I just wanted to pull on a few of those threads. And if anyone's interested, you know, in the game, Aline is a certified Soul Adventure guide, and you know, you can connect with her. You can also go to the souladventuregame.com. And Aline, how can people connect with you? Like, I'm going to tag you in this video. Is that the best way, or is there any other way?
Yeah, they could send me a direct message through Messenger. I think that would be the easiest way. Perfect. And then we can make a connection.
Wonderful.
And I could get a game to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentor people with the game and with your Love Your Vibe tribe program as well. So if anyone's interested in learning more about that, you know, connect with Aline. She's an incredible woman with so much life experience. And now she's, you know, shifted and transitioned into really sharing all of the you've done so much training. We can't even get into it all, but you've done a ton of educational training and inner work. And now you're putting it out there to share your wisdom with others.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And I also want to say that once you get a game, there's a lot of resources that Lori put together over the last 5 years, and it is incredible.
Thank you.
Be able to have these resources that you've diligently done in technology over a long 5-year period of time. And these trainings, you can always go back, and once you get a game, you can on your own time go back and reflect. There's like a playbook, and it's like when you go back and hear something again, sometimes you hear something 10 times, and that 11th time, like after 5 years, I'm going to review and see, oh my, that's one part that's really gives an emotional intelligence to something that sometimes when we get in our own way, we have patterns, and then we're ready to process in a more loving way, something that was lightly behind the scenes. So I want to redirect that.
Thank you.
Once you get a game, you're not left unattended. The resources are beautiful. And I think this is a very, I think this is a game that could globally help people to find a way to be more peaceful within and share that.
Thank you. Love it.
The resources are incredible. Thank you.
Thank you, Aline. Amazing. Yes. And you can find out more, reach out to Aline or me, and we can share all the resources, and because we didn't really talk a lot about all of that, but we are out of time. So I'm going to wrap it up. And I, again, thank you so much for being with me and for sharing your wisdom and celebrating 5 years. It's been an amazing journey, and it's, you know, means so much to me to have people like you that have been with me right from the beginning. Yeah. Thanks,
Thank
Aline.
you, Lori.
Love you.
Love
Okay.
you too. Bye.
Bye.